Yeah.
Hi, this is Chanel and you're watching Bob Arts Television. It's #1 in Montego Bay and Jamaica and the world. Here we go.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website.
President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, seated in the front here. The Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism. Welcome, Minister. Mrs. Jennifer Griffith, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism. Mr. Omar Azan, past President of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association. Representatives of our other partners, JAMPRO, RADA, and JBDC, Mrs. Carolyn McDonald Riley, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this, the third in the series of speed networking events, jointly hosted by the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association and the other partners mentioned. The Linkages Hub of the Ministry of Tourism, the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, JAMPRO, RADA, and JBDC. Now, when we first embarked on this journey and started planning for this event, way back in the latter half of 2014, we saw it as a way not only of increasing our services in a very tangible way to our members, but of course, making our contribution, a greater contribution, to the establishment and development of linkages between tourism and other sectors of the economy. We felt that we should do this as a service, not only to our members, but to all Jamaica, because we know the value of tourism, and we wanted to ensure that this industry could do for Jamaica what we know that it can do. So here we are today. I'm sure that you will all agree with me, having done two before, that this event has turned out to be all that we expected it to be. And as we go along, we see it having even greater impact on the Jamaican economy and contributing even more to the well-being of our fellow Jamaicans. So, ladies and gentlemen, all of this has taken place during the presidency of Mrs. Nicola Mattenbreg, and it now gives me great pleasure to invite her to address you.
Morning, everyone. Thank you, Camille. Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism, Jennifer Griffiths, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, past President of the JMA, Omar Azan, JHD executives, our fellow partners from JBDC, RADO, other partners, hoteliers, and specially invited guests, members of the media, good morning. Morning. Oh, that sounds good. I am pleased to be here to welcome you as we officially open another speed networking event. This initiative is aimed at increasing opportunities for growth in local industries. I'd like to thank the Ministry of Tourism for partnering with us in organizing this event and for the work it does to help promote Jamaica as a tourism destination around the world and its efforts in advancing the growth of entrepreneurship in Jamaica. Jamaica is a small country, yet it has so many diverse parishes offering great tourism opportunities for Jamaican people. Whenever you are in Jamaica, our vast rural and metropolitan areas offer the traveler the chance to explore, discover, and experience something new every time. Jamaica has recorded just over 3 million visitors per annum, both stopover and cruise, and this presents an expansion of the local domestic demand for goods and services. Put simply, we double the demand by using tourism as an asset. Any growth in tourism is a growth in domestic demand, an opportunity for local suppliers of goods and services to meet that demand. It is no surprise then that there are a number of innovative minds that over the years have capitalized on our natural and man-made resources to showcase the beauty, talent, and wide array of knowledge and skills that are abundant among our people. Today we challenge these and other entrepreneurs to think outside the box and innovate goods and services to meet the changing and more discerning needs of the global traveler, utilizing the natural, cultural, mystic, and man-made assets of Jamaica. Today we have just over 100 suppliers and just over 80 buyers represented. This is an increase over our first stepping out in terms of speed networking, and we're happy to see that persons are embracing this concept and it is working for us. We'd like to applaud the team that has worked on this project and all of us that are here today. We together can make a big difference in how Jamaica moves forward. In seeking to develop tourism and maximizing its impact, this event is aimed at strengthening linkages with sectors in the economy, namely, of course, agriculture, manufacturing, service, and this year we added construction, entertainment, and the creative industries. We are very optimistic about the future of Jamaica, and we see a number of new companies that have come on board for this staging of speed networking. Tourism represents a complex value chain designed to meet the needs of consumers with an ever-changing variety of lifestyle. These translate into sun, sea and sand, ecotourism, adventure tourism, health and wellness, heritage, sports, gastronomy, which I know is a minister's big push as one of his passion points, and much more. What we want you to do as our partners is to see beyond the traditional. Look out and look for ideas and concepts that can truly transform the Jamaican tourism product, because it's not just the hotels and attractions that form our product. It is everything that is Jamaican. It is everything we eat, everything we see. It is the people we interact with. It is literally everything. So today we hope that with our joint efforts we can continue to position brand Jamaica in a sophisticated way to the tourism sector and continue to innovate, expand and leverage all that is truly brand Jamaica. I thank you for being here this morning and welcome you and hope that you have a fantastic, productive day. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker needs no introduction. The very dynamic Omar Azan is a past president of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, held that position for 4 years. He was extremely active. You would have heard him on radio, seen him on TV, not only extolling the virtues of manufacturing, but what it could do for Jamaica. And so it is in this vein that I'd like to welcome Mr. Azan, ask him to address you, and note that he's speaking on behalf of all suppliers here today.
Morning, everyone. Thank you, Camille. Before I start, I just want to apologize for our president who is traveling, and he has asked me to sit in for him. In fact, our deputy president immediate past president is also traveling, so I'm here fitting in. And I'd also like to congratulate our minister for taking the helm again, and we wish you all the best, and we're all here to work with you to make Jamaica a better place. Having observed our protocols, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me an immense pleasure to address you the third staging of the Tourism Linkage Speed Networking event. One of the main lessons I've learned as a manufacturer and a businessman is that strategic partnerships are key to solving our broad challenges. We must develop and disseminate an entirely new practice of collaboration that supersedes our indifferences. And you know, it's a little hard for me because I don't normally like reading from text, but Jamie, my lady executive director, Amiga, has asked me to stick to the text. So she's afraid I may cause trouble for poor minister. We must develop and disseminate an entirely new practice of collaboration that supersedes our differences and replace it with networks of partnership working together to create a prosperous Jamaica. Partnerships represent the most significant commonality of why we are here. Today represents an enormous opportunity for local suppliers of goods and services to further integrate into the supply chain and advance their business potential. This would not have been possible without our partners. And that being said, I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the Minister of Tourism, Entertainment and Minister of Tourism and Entertainment, the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JAM for Trade and Investment, and also the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, and RADA, the Agricultural Development Authority. If we're serious about improving the productive sector and facilitating the improvement of Jamaica's economy, what are we doing to make this happen? Are we supporting each other? Are we utilizing local products and services in our operations? To everyone here today, I urgently implore you that for effective and sustainable growth can only be achieved through strong and meaningful partnerships among our private sector, private-public sector partnerships, and joint-up governments. The sum total of our collective potential exceeds our challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Edmund Bartlett. For those of you who know Minister Bartlett, will know that he has such an abiding interest in tourism. It is so much a part of him, it runs through his veins, that during his time as in the opposition, he actively maintained his links with the industry, not only locally, but on all the international bodies. He brings to the industry a thorough understanding of what it can contribute, what it needs, and he also brings with him the international contacts that would assist us in the future in further developing this industry. So, ladies, on your behalf, let me welcome the Minister. Minister?
Thank you very much, Mrs. Needham, Permanent Secretary, Jennifer Griffith, President of the JHTA, Mrs. Nicola Madam Greg, past President of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, Mr. Omar Azan, members of the Tourism Linkage Council, suppliers, buyers, and partners, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's wonderful to be back home. And I feel the warmth of home as I entered the precincts of this hotel earlier this morning and felt like my children were waiting. But beyond that, I'd like to say that the tourism family has been expanding and growing, and have been doing great things for the country over the last 40 years. But indeed, some critical innovations have attended us in the last decade or so that have seen tourism looking a different way, and more so, the community understanding tourism in a different way. And that's good. In my first incarnation, we talked about the supply side and the demand side. And we recognized that what we were doing as a destination was to leverage our great brand to drive a strong demand for tourism goods and services. We recognize too that the value of tourism for us would only improve if we were able to deliver on the demands of tourism. We learn from other experiences. We learn from what is happening in Mexico. We learn from what is also happening in the Dominican Republic. And these are two neighboring but competing destinations that have been able to absorb the enormous demand of tourism to great economic effect and have had growth that have quadrupled, in some instances, the growth rate of their neighbors. It made Mexico into a major world power and ushered them into NAFTA as a key partner. It made Dominican Republic the fastest and largest growing economy in the Caribbean, a growth last year of 7.3%. And it portends for Jamaica the possibilities of ushering us into developed world company. It offers that possibility if and only if we are able to absorb the demands of tourism. And so the linkages hub, and Pierce and I are beginning to think through that reference, because we believe that we want to separate ourselves from another such designation, which I will not have any more comment to make on at this time. We'll see better results. But the establishment of the linkages hub created the framework for the infrastructure that is required to help us to build out the capacity of our economy to absorb the demand of tourism. And in a funny way, it has been happening. But it was happening in an ad hoc kind of a way. And it was happening even without the recognition of those partners that they were supplying on the demand of tourism. Because the transportation sector, for example, was disconnected. The manufacturers felt, no, we were exporters, or we were manufacturing for domestic consumption. And they never saw the link between providing for the tourism industry through the hotels and responding to that demand. Similarly, the agricultural sector. And so what the link that we wanted to create was a stronger and more organic relationship which would be based on data, based on information, based on knowledge, and based on a determined and a calculated approach to supplying on that demand. And so the linkage committee was established, the council was established, but prior to that, we sought to have some empirical data to guide the decision-making and the management of the whole process. Much of that information we now have, and some of it we are still to get. And we are utilizing the value of it, and this is the third speed linkage, speed network, which is a function of this whole linkage arrangement, has seen today over 100 pilots, and in a similar amount of sellers. And that's good. Because what it means now is that we are bringing together, guess what? Demand and supply. And therefore, what we are going to see is two things. We're going to see jobs, and we're going to see revenue. And so this morning I wanted to very briefly give you a sense of the direction where we're going. We are going beyond the speed networking arrangements that we have. We want to go to build the capacity of our indigenous entrepreneurship, to enable the small and medium entities within the tourism sector to have the capacity to absorb this demand, and even in instance to transit from the demand side to the supply side where competitiveness is an issue. And we do recognize that the market has changed. And we do understand that price and value are now the rulers of the roost. And we do understand that economies of scale are playing havoc with traditional indigenous sector. And therefore the need for transitioning is very critical at this time. Reason being, the supply chain of tourism is humongously long. It's almost so long that we could have to use the term infinity to describe where it starts and ends. Because to supply on the passion points, which are the guiding principles of travel for tourists, they only travel to fulfill their passions. And my God, their passions have no end. So you need not be a rocket scientist to supply on the demand of tourism. You need not be an intellectual guru to supply on the demand of tourism. You need only to have an idea that is convertible into a material value with a price. And so this linkages of which we speak is embracing all within the society. And it tells you how ubiquitous this great industry is and how much of a catalyst it is to transform people and lives and places and institutions. And so what we are going to do is just two things as minister. The first is to enable policy which will drive the facilitation of entrepreneurship with an emphasis on local indigenous entrepreneurship. And the second is to push you, the entrepreneurs, to establish yourselves and to develop your own potential. To that extent, I recognize that capital and credit are central to your ability to drive entrepreneurship. And so, by way of policy, and by way of a determined action, Tourism Enhancement Fund will be engaged to work with a sensitive but important financial institution to develop a portfolio to encourage local indigenous entrepreneurship to supply on the demand of tourism. I've already put that before the council, and already we are thinking the process through. I don't want to preempt myself for the budget presentation, but I want to advise you that we are determined. And I must make this point, and you will forgive me, because I did not intend to speak for more than 5 minutes. But I think it's important for you because to supply on the demand of tourism requires building out of an infrastructure. And that infrastructure has to be supported by, as I said, capital and credit. The Dominican Republic succeeded in this regard because, among other things, they established the Banco Nacional. And Banco Nacional in DOMREP does one thing. It seeks out tourism opportunities and it finances it. And you have an agricultural credit bank in Jamaica? Why not a tourism credit bank? And I assure you, if we are able to do this, then the problem that I see, and I make this point with a heavy heart, understand? The problem that I see of tourism becoming a plantation will never happen. Because we must become the owners of tourism. Jamaicans must own the industry. And owning the industry doesn't mean that we are the owners of any sector. What it must mean is that we have access to every area and that we are beneficiaries of the proceeds of tourism. So that it is not about owning the accommodation subsector. No. It is about owning all the elements of tourism that enable you to utilize, remember what I said, that idea, to convert it into a material value at the price. And so today, we are bringing ideas that have become material value at a price in one room, and we are connecting it to the demand side of tourism. And at another time I will speak about the demand side, because we have to grow the industry. Because when we grow it, we grow demand. And when we grow demand, we need suppliers. But for today, I want to say to you, it's great to be back. We have new ideas, and I'm going to be a disruptive agent in the tourism industry. We must grow and grow and grow, and Jamaica will be that beautiful place to live, raise our families, and retire.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Now, ladies and gentlemen, every ministry, if it is to succeed and to fulfill adequately its mandate for the sitting government, needs to have a good permanent secretary. And in Jennifer Griffith, we have an outstanding permanent secretary. This is a lady that makes all the ministers' wishes and dreams come true. And she does it on a non-existent budget. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the permanent secretary who will give the vote of thanks.
That's really a setup. Honorable Edmund Bartlett, Minister of Tourism, and my minister second time around. I'm still trying to figure out, I'm still trying to process what he means by being a disruptive element. But I'm sure I'll find out very soon. This is Nicola Madigreg, President of the JHTA, Mr. Omar Azan, past President of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, members of the Tourism Linkages Council, Mrs. Camille Needham, Executive Director of the JHTA, all the members of the Manufacturers Association are here, our private tourism partners, our government colleagues, including my staff of the ministry, Ms. Carly McDonald-Riley, and the rest of the team who are here to make this day a success. Members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is good to be here. It's good to see you. and we certainly are looking forward to a very good day. So I'm pleased to be here today to witness what is really the culmination of what months and weeks of hard work of planning this our third tourism linkages speed networking event. The venture has been highly successful so far, and over time we have strengthened the bonds of friendship, the bonds of participation, and indeed we know that this will all go well for tourism, agriculture, manufacturing, and the service sector that we have been working with. We have an excellent turnout this morning, which is a very good sign that in fact we are progressing in this venture. And I know that there are lots of business opportunities and business relationships to be strengthened or to be created. And so I'm confident that this will be a very productive day, and I'm sure that all participants will benefit greatly. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to just wish everyone good business success today, and I want to thank all the persons who have worked so hard over the past few months to take us to this point this morning. And so, all our committee stakeholders, the JHTA, the JMA, JAMPRO, RADA, JBDC, all the buyer companies, all our hotels of various sizes, and of course our media partners. We thank you all. And when I say media, I must name RJR and the Jamaica Observer. Thanks also to many supplier companies that are supporting this venture. And of course, we must thank our host hotel, the Hilton Rose Hall Resort and Spa. We are thankful for the facilities. I'm sure that you'll find they're very adequate. And you can always call the staff. They are very much service-oriented. So we thank Hilton. I also want to extend a big thank you to media representatives today, beyond the ones I mentioned before. And we ask that you continue to support the Ministry of Tourism and our tourism efforts as we seek to inform our many publics. Please continue to work with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to be here. I wish you all a very fruitful networking event. And Minister, I thank you for so smoothly sliding right back into place. You know, I'm already feeling as if it was always here. Thank you all very much.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website.
Welcome home. I feel like you never left.
Well, I feel so too.
I tell you about everybody all over the world who I'm in touch with saying this, hey, it's a great days ahead. Minister, I noticed there was nobody here representing the entertainment side of
Oh yes. Well, I expect that there will be before the day is out. The entertainment section. You're expecting people from there?
They're
right?
here.
They're here. Oh yes.
Okay.
They're here.
And the construction.
Exactly, because you see,
the camera is on.
yes, they are actually here, and I'm happy about that. Yes.
Fantastic. And I would love for you to keep emphasizing, sir, entertainment.
Yes. You know, entertainment is critical, and to build out the infrastructure to ensure that the entertainment of the highest quality is available to the industry is critical. We have to invest in production. We have to invest in the infrastructure for the development of the skills and talents of our people, so it can be showcased. But it must have consistency, and it must have the highest quality, because the destination, right, is going to be affected by weak, inadequate, and substandard presentations.
Yes, overstand. Now, we here in the entertainment industry now with people like John Swaby and the professionals who have produced Sunfest, Sunsplash, all of these things. We're here.
Yes. And that's good.
Yes.
But what we need to have now is a product.
Yes.
Not single events.
Okay.
A product.
Okay.
So that we can market that product and to pull millions of people into destination Jamaica to enjoy reggae music on a constant basis. There needs to be a reggae show happening every night of high quality, right? On the North Coast, on the South Coast, and elsewhere. In a similar way that when you go to Cuba, there's Tropicana. And Tropicana performs every night. High quality, high standard. And when you go to Argentina, there is the tango. And the tango performs. That's how reggae must be in Jamaica, and we are willing to work with you and to help you build out that capacity.
In the past regime, tourism, I presented the reggae in the sun at the Trelawney Stadium. Is it possible for us to make the stadiums tourist approved attraction, just like we have other attractions like Dungeon and so on?
That's an interesting innovation which I'm prepared to look at, but I will only be able to look at it if there is a build out.
Yeah, we do have a reggae in the sun, so I'll talk to you more.
Not a single event, remember?
Yes, it's an everyday event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and welcome home again.
Thank you.
Respect.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website.
Hey, my name is Aisha, and you're watching Bob Arts TV.
Bring that goes over to my yard. Time in my yard. I told him this morning I'm gonna chop me up and go to the store and cook.
I don't know. Mama don't yard. Yeah, she don't yard. Yeah.
You cut my cousin, then cousin. Read them and me.
Yeah, we're family.
Yes.
You'll find this happening in Philadelphia where people just carry them animal, come tired, come take liberty of you.
No, they don't do that in America.
Man.
Don't try to go to nobody's yard in America. They respect other people's property. If a dog come on your property, you know who it is. You say, your dog keep coming in my yard. Then they chain it. And they apologize. These people here don't apologize. They think that's their yard. I wake up in the morning, go ate up my pretty 3 plants. This high. I watched it grow.
Man.
I felt some kind of way this morning. I got my machete and went down there. The girl said, where you going? Gonna kill me a goat. And then I'm gonna have a big party up here and I'm gonna give everybody that goat and gonna feed them. Well, she laughed. I said, I'm tired of their goats in my yard.
It's not good, man. The same thing my mother had a problem with 2 Rami. 2 Rami. My mother had a problem with people just let their goat go.
Eat up the flowers. They told me they bushes.
Yeah,
they
man.
don't know what beauty is. That's all right. I told everybody next week I'm burning my yard. I'm using bleach. I'm using Epsom salt and vinegar. Please don't put your goats in my yard. Right there, don't I have a big sign up there saying no goats?
No goats.
Keep out.
Keep out.
That's what I got a sign say.
Yeah, man. We see your sign, man. Yeah, we take out, tell us, I'm going to take it down. Be
Don't
sure
touch my sign, because when the cops come, the sign is on the gate. No goats, keep out.
We see the sign. Man, I still don't take away that sign.
Don't touch my sign. That's all right, because I got another one said no trespassing, no hunting, no fishing, no nothing. You name it, it's covered. And the only big letters I'm going to put goats.
So we can't call you a sign lady?
Because I got a whole lot of them.
It's serious though. My mother, 2 ram goat walking in my mother's yard, eat them everything. We plant bananas, and you tell the guy, you tell the owner a couple of times not to do that, but him just persistent. So we can put all the goats together and curry them.
Yeah, we gonna curry goat.
Whole heap of goat.
I don't know how to curry goat, but I sure are gonna ask a Jamaican. How do you make curry goat?
Make it in your style, man.
I'm gonna make it in my style. Then I can cook it.
Go back with that part there. What kind of goat?
Curry goat.
You can't carry goat.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry me some goat. I'm gonna carry
curry.
Curry.
How far is this? Is that Paris?
Ho.
Say curry.
I have a big pot like that. Big pot.
Say corn.
I'm gonna get
corn.
all the vegetables. Everything that go in it, I'm gonna fix it American style curry. And gonna make me a big pot of curry rice.
Curry everything.
Everything.
Yeah, man.
And then I'm gonna go buy me a couple of cases of beer and invite the whole community to come eat.
You're gonna invite the owner to the goat.
The owner too.
The owner comes.
When he run around looking for a goat, when he opened up the pot, I said, would you like some curry goat? He said, yes. I said, will I help you? He said, I miss my goat. I said, maybe that's one of them in that pot. Pick it out and tell me which one it is. I'm gonna skin him and clean.
Identify your goat.
Yeah. Call the man, tell him I killed the goat. I said, sir, which goat is his? Tell me which one. Can't have nothing. I planted, what you call them little cedar trees, Christmas trees y'all call? Ate up my Christmas tree. Boy, they was eating them. I got me some stones and the owner was up. She said, my goats. I said, your goats eating my plant. I excuse some church. Y'all excuse me. They was teaching, talking about the Lord. I said, excuse me. Damn goat.
The Lord send them to put the goat in your yard.
No, Lord ain't sending nobody to put no goats in my yard. That's them people who too cheap to buy rope to tie their goats. They cheap.
You think it's because they don't really want to tie them, they want to go graze anywhere they feel like.
Yeah, this ain't no cow farm. My house ain't no farm for goats. I might have a lot of grass, but it ain't for goats.
And
then they leave, they excuse the expression, they piss and shit. They leave ants all over the yard. And every time I go out there, I have more bites on my poor little legs. Crawl up my clothes, bite me.
That's where the ants nest built from.
Yeah. Them goats.
Yeah, goat doodle breed ants. Yeah, man.
They ain't no good. If they ain't eating, killing your stuff, they messing up your yard so the ants can eat you up. And them ants hurt.
So what the owner is saying about the goat? They start tying them or they
No, they think I'm a joke because I'm an American. But this American girl getting ready to show them something.
Curry good. One time I party, you know.
Huh? No, because baby, they're going to be the best goats because I'm killing all the little goats. Anything small, they cook good.
You know, cook quick.
Yeah, quick. And they tender. So when you kill the little ones, they just as tender if you know how to cook it. I don't need no pressure cooker because I can cook. I'll slow cook it. Turn the stove down on low and let them slowly cook. I get so upset. I work hard. Do they know how many stretchers I got? How many people I beg for flowers? I asked you but one yesterday, and guess what? I found it out in the yard. The flower I got from you. I don't know which one it is, but it's coming up, and I know when I looked at it, I said, I told Miss Dell I lost her flower, but there it is. But they.
Alright, man. Tell me when the curry goat feed's ready, yeah?
I'm gonna let you know.
Alright.
I definitely gonna let you know. I learned one thing about Jamaica. They love to eat. And they go where free food.
Yeah, that's what.
I know you. I didn't say. See, I'm gonna tell you like my mother used to say. If the shoe fit, you wear it. So evidently that shoe don't fit you, right?
I don't go off my food.
Most of them. 90% of the Jamaicans go where free food.
True, man.
They don't have to be invited. All they got to do is hear.
Yes.
Yeah, man. We're coming live from Kensington, people must tie up them goat because my mother have the same problem too. So down a point, tie up on a goat, I just go carry all the goat and come one place, come cook up. That's true?
Yep.
Alright. Bob Arts TV.
Anything they can just put in a pan, Tucker, 13th Street, St. James. There we have DJ, all like content. Yo! All me and everything. Yo, Jagai, now roll up, perform for the thing. All over there, lock off the main scene. Start she going to have video. Then you have done this, so they see me. We there, go and hold it, 13th Street. We are look faith in a Rasta.
Aye.
We are look faith now, we're there party now. Sing and bling and one play. Hold on. Fishman around there, sir. Rasta, come on, there, nice city.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That boy, I will pick boxing your bum.
Come more here.
Alright, respect. Alright, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Alright, Rasta.
Baba TV, them say.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Alright. Yes, King.
Alright, boy. Send us some of on TV.
Country is the standard. I want each and every one of us right here today to know this. We all can achieve our goal. But just remember, it has to start from a dream. Drop the track. Iconic Martin Luther King and the legendary Bob Marley. In the scheme of things, to be a prime minister in any country is the standard. I want each and every one of us right here today to know this. We all can achieve our goal. But just remember, it has to start from a dream. Drop the track! Let me start it that way, yeah. Our Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Nesbitt. Start it! My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. My dream. Stand up! If you have a dream, stand up! Stand up if you have a dream! Stand up! Oh no, we have stand up, we have stand up! My dream, my dream, my dream, my dream, my dream. Tell you my dream is indeed my dream. Hear the most sign of me sleep when me same. Tell you my goal, my goal, my goal. All of my goal is to reach my goal. Live a happy life, live a me headstone. Nobody love me cry over me dead. Look at me now, when them treat me less than good. Put me in a box like a rectangle, oh oh. Look at me now, look at me now, oh. Look at me now, and me just tell you my life. When them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me, my life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. I take plane like JUTC. When you see me, it's on TV. Shows after shows after shows after shows. Tours after tours after tours after tours. When me name call, it's like words after words. Sweet melody and chords after chords. Them like a one door, me but doors after doors after doors after doors after doors after doors. Look at me now, where them treat me less than gold. Put me in a box like a rectangle, oh oh. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. I'm just tell you my life. Where them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now. We are from, look at me now. Your blessing just a blow over. This a cobia and a cover. Such a soldier from board out to sidewalk to center sofa. Them say me living like a toaster. No sir, no sir. Me no mix up in a coca. marijuana, no dose to the novia. I no border, not a obia. Can't get over, oh no way. Look at me now, when them treat me less than good. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. I mean just tell you my life. When them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Me a thank God for me blessing. Now me can afford to give back to some of the same people them who used to set things and who used to set him. Now bust him, can't bust him. Same when I take bust him, I'm here to call up. But me still a call up them. Bust them but me can't touch. See them but me not touch. Me hate them but me can't love them. From Trenchtown and next star rise again. Look at me now, where them treat me less than good. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now, and me just tell them my life. When them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now, look at me now, look at me now, look at me now. When them treat me less than good. Put me in a box like a rectangle. Oh oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. And me just tell them my life. When them used to go round me, go round. No one used to come round me. My life was so lonely. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me track. Now I'm gonna give you all a couple seconds to take a pitch without me performing. So use these seconds.
Leader of the opposition in Trinidad. What we'll do is we'll have a little something to eat because I know a lot of us have been on the road most of the day, so we'll eat and then we'll go inside the chambers for formal presentation. So we'll do some formal things. But you just came in and you've been all on the road and many of you have passed your lunch time by a couple hours. So we'll eat and then
when I'm sending application and say
Thanks to you as well, and to all your viewers out there.
You know, you're in Lauderdale.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Lauderdale is sister city to Falmouth, Jamaica. Familiar with Falmouth?
Of course I am. But Lauderdale is also sister city to Shaguanas in Trinidad. So we're sisters.
True.
One and all.
True. We're developing the Bob Marley School in Falmouth. And that's why we're here in Lauderdale, bringing our culture to Lauderdale and taking some Lauderdale culture to Falmouth. So you are now the leader of the opposition in
Trinidad, and so I am.
What's the name of your party?
My party is the United National Congress, UNC, yes.
Okay. And you're up against Patrick Manning?
Of course I am, yes.
What
has become very interesting is last week he addressed his party faithful in his party's convention. Our elections are not due for 2 years, and he's addressing his party faithful at the PNM convention. He says, if Superior wants elections, I will give her elections. I am now calling on everyone to put in their nominations by April 16th. Of course, I'm the MP of Superior, so I've been repeatedly calling for an election, and this is 2 years before time. I think that's a major victory if we can get him to stick to his word to call that election within the next month or two. So that's what when I answered him, I was at my party's rally, and I heard of it from the radio speaking at its party. I said, okay, Mr. Manning, my answer to you is bring it on, don't back back. Don't back back. It's Parazoids. Don't back back at all. Yes, because the country is in a state of crisis. But come back to Jamaica, of course, I lived in Jamaica, as you know, for 14 years of my life.
Where in Jamaica?
Of course, in Kingston, at the university, as a student up there. And then I taught at the St. Andrews Girls' School, college, and I started lecturing at the University of Jamaica. So my husband was in the medical school, and we just love the place so much, we stayed.
Most Caribbean leaders are graduates of the University of West Indies.
The new generation Caribbean leaders are from the Caribbean University of the West Indies. The older generation were from the foreign universities, but Mr. Manning, of course, Gonzalez, they're both from graduates of UWI.
Yes.
It's difficult speaking with you. I don't know if to look at you. I don't know this.
Look at the camera.
Or look at me.
No, the camera is we find, like me being a Rastafari in Jamaica, who don't see both political parties in Jamaica serving the people because only 40% of people in Jamaica vote for the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that is the case in Trinidad, or you have a good voter turnout?
You've always wanted to be better, but it is not as low as the 40%. It is higher than the 40%, and I'm hoping in this election that we can get a greater voter turnout, because there's a lot of people are very keen on removing the present regime. A high voter turnout means good for us. It's good, and it's good for the democracy.
What's your take on corruption in Trinidad?
The corruption issues have gone too far. I was just speaking to a colleague here from Deputy Mayor,
Vice Mayor,
and I was saying Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, both, we do not have campaign financing legislation, and I think that is a very important something which I would like to see in Trinidad. Of course, I'm sure the Jamaicans would like to see the same, but when you come to corruption, that is very, very important, campaign finance.
Do you think it's because of the UE graduates why corruption is so rampant amongst all of you?
I don't think that's why he's saying that.
Yeah.
So I think you're just being facetious, but quite honestly, you know what I think? The World Bank, the World Bank statistics, the World Bank, these are the same about me.
About me. So
you evaluate. So you're provocative. First, I will go provocative with you too. The World Bank statistics show very clearly where you have a woman as a leader, the corruption is lower. So go.
Even Portia?
Well, I would hope so, but Portia didn't get to stay long enough.
Sure, she didn't get her mandate.
She didn't get to stay long enough, and we learned from what happened in Jamaica. I intend to stay much longer when it is that we have our election elected. But back to the issue of corruption in our countries, I think it's because there's a lack of strong legislation. Indeed, when we were in government last month, we had tabled in the bill an amendments to our prevention of corruption law. We went out of office and it just lay there. I'm going to dust it out and bring it back on.
Sure.
Very strong piece of legislation, anti-corruption legislation. Indeed, when I return from this trip, the government is not prepared to put it on. I'm going to file it in the Parliament as a private member's bill. And if they don't do it, when we form the next government, we will put it in place.
Trinidad is now dumping a lot of sweet beverages on the island and giving our children a lot of agitation to commit crime. How are you looking at curbing all the sweet stuff coming out of Trinidad, like Buster and all those stuff?
Sugar producer, man.
Yeah. Well, you see the sugar contributing to the crime, eh? The high sugar levels in the supplements.
The chicken do that with the steroids.
Of course. Well, those are issues certainly we will consider, sir.
How about racism in Trinidad, we Indians and black?
Yes, it is still there, but I think what is happening now, tribal politics is giving away to survival politics. Because where people once before with the tribal politics, everybody suffered. It doesn't matter which ethnic group, which religion, everybody's suffering from the problems we have. So I'm seeing that will give way. Party politics must give way to people politics now. And the tribal ethnic voting patterns must give way to survival.
Rastafari, you gonna stop trim Rasta in Trinidad?
We have never done. Indeed, when I was Minister of Education, it was something that I made sure did not happen. In cases that I dealt with where the schools had asked for it to be done, and I intervened to prevent it.
All right, man. Thank you for talking to us on Bob
Thank you very
Marley
much.
School for the Arts.
Of course.
Bob Marley School Television.
Have you ever heard me speak from 20 years back? I've said that Bob Marley is my best personal singer. His songs inspired me. I used them in my campaign. I just need to be inspired. So go with your school.
Would you accept him as a hero in Trinidad?
He is a hero, I think, around the world. He's a hero. The world. But he's also my personal best singer.
Don't go nowhere.
War and violence, we really don't need ya. Make we sing and chant together. For the youth them done the war, them a push it further, further. We don't know who they are and them we never heard of. But tonight, no fuss nor fight. Let's get together and all unite. Oh my, Jenny love me and deal with forever. So Jenny love ya me brother, yeah, forever and ever. Jenny love ya me sister, yeah, forever and ever. Oh no, and go so when me say love me, mean that from me heart. God alone, and he run and stop chant. No youth that dead be hungry and watch. The rich up and the illness stop come from France. The greatest thing we have love in your heart. Make sure you that now go pass. People do your things that make you a wicked thoughts, but from me picking this with us can. Oh no, to the youth them done the war, them a push it further. Oh God, we don't know who they are, and them they never heard of. But tonight, no fuss or fight. Let's get together and all unite. My God, journey love we are dealing with forever. So journey love ya me brother, yeah, forever and ever. Journey love ya me sister, yeah, forever and ever. And do some.
Can you tell me your name and what do you think about the Trinidad and Jamaica? What do you think we should do about Trinidad and Jamaica? Should we still buy their product? Yes or no?
No, I'm Maureen. I don't think we should buy anything from them right now.
Why?
They disregard us. They think we're not as good as them.
Should we
get bad treatment when we go over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
My name is Rob. So, them people is, what do they call it? No, them people they discriminate against them other people, Jamaican people, because of them know so Jamaica have a good reputation. So them discriminate against Jamaican to try to make a living. Yet still them come here and them can do what they want because Jamaica don't discriminate against them. So I don't think that is right. We should give the people them a chance to travel the world because it's democracy. And that's what I deal with.
Yes.
We have been having so much problem with this country over a period of time now.
Which country?
I think it is time.
Which country?
Trinidad. I think it is time now for the government to take some action against it. We have been buying things from them over the years to CARICOM, and I think we should desist for a while. Let them realize that we have blood running through our veins too. Thank you.
Tell me your name.
My name is Osborne Tam.
About the video me yet, and that video me impromptu.
All right, what do you think about the what's your name and what do you think about, should we buy products from Trinidad or should we boycott it pending what's going on?
Let's see what my name is.
Yeah.
I'm Jeffrey Brown. Trinidad I've seen in recent days where Trinidad have been treating our nationals as if we are nobody, as if they don't want us in our country. So therefore it will be quite I would say appropriate for us to not use their products. Just send a message. I would call upon this government of Jamaica to boycott the products coming into this country from Trinidad, because if Trinidad, over the years we have such a good relationship and trading, and now our citizens are going there, whether they want to go there on vacation or they want to work. This is Caribbean, it's one Caribbean. So I don't think they should be turning away Jamaicans. So
Live on Bob Arts Television at the Linkages Hub. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
I would love for you to tell all Jamaica your name and your position at the Ministry of Tourism.
Oh wow, my name is Gillian Wilkinson McDaniel and I was with the former Ministry of Tourism and Entertainment, Senior Director of Entertainment, so now I'm with Culture, Entertainment, Sports and Gender Affairs.
Yes, Gender Affairs.
Yes.
Well, the gender thing is getting really popular in the month.
Well, it's not popular. Gender, the issue of equality among the sexes has always been something. It has always been on the agenda, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure for all women and for all people, the issue of gender equality and inequality has always been on the agenda.
Why, man, them feeling away, you know.
Are they?
Man, I tell you, why, when you go down Old Cook Highway as a Montegonian, or two Montegonians, it's all the ladies coming off the buses from the Freeport, man, and then the man, them kind of, you know, when we go into our schools, pure woman, everywhere you look is, what happened to the man them need some kind of representation, don't you?
Agreed. I mean, I have two sons, so I understand the need for representation for boys, young boys, and for young men. And there also needs to be strong male leadership and strong male patterning. Sometimes we say parenting because the truth is that it can be strong male figures that can provide that kind of support that young boys need, I think.
And we're doing it at Cornwall College. We're a man of might. So we're doing it with our boys up there. Now we have some girls coming up here now.
Yes.
You know, the man, they feel away about that too.
Well, but it's only for sixth form, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But Cornwall and Mount Alverny have always had that kind of exchange, and Mobi have had that exchange.
I wanted to go to Mobi when they checked me into college, but
there you go.
My mother said I am a boy. So I believe, so I do what she said. Entertainment in tourism.
Right.
It's like it's the stepchild of tourism. Why is entertainment not pushed more further up the scale of prominence or of importance with the tourism world?
I think in fact that the fact that we are here, that entertainment is here, that you do have entertainment service suppliers here at this linkages event speaks to how important entertainment is deemed by the tourism ministry. Can more be done? More can be done in relation to the entire creative industries, because truly I think the creative sectors are really that engine of economic growth. Once we start valuing literally valuing intellectual property more, and that spillover and that marriage and synergy with the creative industries, then I think we'll really start to see how critical the creative sectors are, not just entertainment, but all the creative sectors are to the business of growth and development for any country. I mean, entertainment and the creative industries it was one of the few growth sectors across the globe. If you look at the UNCTAD study from 2013, 2014, you'll see that the creative industries were the largest growth sectors. So once we start focusing more on the creative industries, then I think we'll truly start seeing good development and good growth. And tourism, I think, has done. They're making steps, taking strides to link more.
They call me the reggae prime minister.
Yes.
And speaking specifically on our reggae, indigenous Jamaican cultural music is reggae music.
Right.
Coming out of the bellies of Rastafari.
That's correct.
Now, we're not, we're feeling a way that we're not being presented in the hotels more prominently, because that's our marketplace. If we can come into the hotels and showcase our music, our reggae music, when the people are sitting there looking for entertainment, or taking them outside of the all-inclusive into our reggae theaters, our reggae clubs, our reggae bars, our reggae everything. But it's hard because with the all-inclusive and crime and violence and the threat of it is not safe outside the all-inclusive. Because sometimes we hear the marketing, it is safe inside the all-inclusive. And that just say that, you know, we would like to see the ministry, the new ministry, the revised and refreshed Ministry of Tourism, to put entertainment, especially reggae music, up there with Sand, Sea and Sun. We should have Sand, Sea, Sun and reggae. And I know that our growth will be tremendous.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, one of the, as you know, Kingston was designated a creative music city by UNESCO back in December of 2015. And one of the strong points of that application was the fact that Kingston has given the world 6 distinct musical genres: reggae, rocksteady, mento ska, dub, and what's the 6th one? Remind me of the 6th one. Ska, mento, rocksteady, dub. 6th one, and the 6th one it escapes me right now. But the point is that there has been a focus and a real move to understand and to put and for posterity to actually say that yes, indeed, reggae is important to the country.
We love that, but country. And that's exactly where I want you to go, because Kingston isn't the country.
Absolutely.
And it makes us down here feel away. Not down here, but up here in Mobile, feel away.
The second city.
The second city.
Yes, and I do hear what you're saying in relation to the all-inclusives and the lack of reggae music and digital.
We have a hip strip here in Montego Bay, which it's so popular. It could be a reggae area of the North Coast.
And this is where I think entrepreneurship in the West comes in. The private sector and entrepreneurs, private entrepreneurs actually have to build that product. And that is why, for example, you do have these entertainment and creative practitioners here today, because there is an understanding that there are creative products out there that the hoteliers are not tapping into, and we need to bring those two together. And so those creative practitioners out there and the entrepreneurs who are out there who have a product need to bring it to the fore so that we can build those creative spaces outside of the all-inclusive enclaves, and then revitalize community, because that is where you'll actually get the value chain building out. It's not. It is the infra that reggae club that's going to form. Then you're going to have the pan chicken man. You're going to have restaurants being formed around it, and it just goes on and on. So those are the kinds of entrepreneurship that we have to start thinking about, and the value chains that we have to start building out for the creative industries.
The Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Entertainment and Gender Affairs.
Well, no, it's the Ministry of Culture, Entertainment, Sports and Gender Affairs, and then there's the Ministry of Tourism. So that's a new dispensation.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, with Minister Grange.
Sports and entertainment go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
We have the Trelawney Stadium here on the North Coast, like 4 minutes away from the cruise ship port.
Right.
We created a brand called Reggae in the Sun.
Right.
But the problem is we have to go through TPD to make the Trelawney Stadium an attraction.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the Ministry of Sports and the Ministry of Tourism brand the Trelawney Stadium an attraction? That way, if somebody wants to do an event in there, they don't have to go through the whole teething pain of getting it to be named an attraction, to be already an attraction. And then what we need to do is just get our insurance and invite people in.
I mean, I think that is something that you can raise with Minister Grange and put that on her agenda and of course the ministry's agenda, so that those are things that can be actioned. I'll have to know more about it. I'll have to see the proposal.
The
stadium itself.
Everywhere you go, in Cubs Park in Chicago is an attraction. It's a tourist attraction branded by the city.
Maracana Stadium in Brazil, same thing. Yes.
Shouldn't the government, Minister Andrew Holness, Prime Minister Holness, who is so keen on development, maybe that should go to him instead of ministers?
Well, as I said, those are things that need to be discussed. You need to look at the proposals properly, and then you need to assess where it goes.
Yes, you don't need a proposal.
No, you don't need a proposal, but
you
need a proposal as to what
definitely
kinds of
cricket
projects
match,
and programs will actually be there.
Will be in there with music, so you have a cricket match and a concert at the same time inside the official attraction of the stadium. Hey man, Montego, thank you for talking to us. Bob Arts TV.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me, Rasta.
Originates in Montego Bay and is seen in Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, whole heap of people in the house watching you now.
Right.
You know, big up your people in Montego Bay.
Well, I'm I'm from St. James, so it's always good to be here, and old girl of Montego Bay High School, Mobay High School, yeah man. So I'm here. So I'm here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rasa.
Went perfect. Okay. Yeah, man. Don't go nowhere now. I'm coming back. Bless. Yes.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
the island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
The Urban Development Corporation, in association with the Jamaica Information Service, presents Urban Scope. The Urban Development Corporation, UDC, continues to advance and spearhead the redevelopment of downtown Kingston. Among the projects undertaken is the build-out of the festival marketplace, which comprises 3 components: a food bazaar or food court, the Victoria Craft Market, and a spacious car park, all on one compound. The food bazaar is designed in a park-like setting with outdoor seating and has 5 duplex vending shops. The facility also has an information and security booth.
We believe that a festival like this will provide space for persons to relax, enjoy Jamaican food, the nice ocean breeze, and in general to use this space as part of their heritage.
This increased activity is also expected to revitalize nightlife happenings in the downtown area. As for the car park component, this area will also be utilized as an entertainment venue. With the expansion of the facility and an increase in the number of persons coming into the space, the 110 vendors in the Victoria Craft Market will definitely benefit and see growth in their businesses.
Once you have more persons visiting the area, they will then go to the craft market and their business will improve.
The revitalization of the festival marketplace will add to the redevelopment of downtown Kingston, increase economic activity, and create new small businesses and employment. The festival marketplace precedes other redevelopment plans for the Kingston waterfront by the UDC.
We hope to bring in international cruise vessels. We plan to have a floating pier close to this site as a start, and hopefully later on we intend to have Kingston Harbour developed as one of the stops for international cruise ship shipping.
That long-term plan is to build a fender pier and deck adjacent to the food bazaar to facilitate cruise ship passengers. The UDC says to date, it has been making headway in its undertakings of the redevelopment of downtown Kingston.
We have been very successful because most of the land that UDC owned is almost completely developed. We have about 4 lots left, and our development plan calls for the establishment either built by UDC or in partnership with the private sector, residential complex, perhaps 10 or so stories overlooking the waterfront.
The UDC also closed a number of real estate transactions in downtown Kingston, such as the lease of the Ideal Warehouse to CD Alexander Limited, the Downtown Transport Center to the Transport Authority, as well as the development of a car park on Petron Street. A city with so much history, Port Royal, and the Urban Development Corporation is integral in its preservation. The corporation is undertaking rehabilitation work on the old Naval Hospital at a cost of $80 million. The project is being financed by the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF. Phase 1 involves renovation to the roof of the main building and bathroom facilities, as well as the construction of a sewage system. Subsequent phases will carry out rehabilitative work to convert the complex into a multi-sensory museum space aimed at improving the visitor experience to Port Royal. The building is expected to house artifacts from the Port Royal glory days and the history of the town, as well as a covered pavilion area for large gatherings and events. The activity is part of the Port Royal Rehabilitation Project and is being guided by the Downtown Kingston and Port Royal Development Plan. It also forms part of the Port Royal Museum and Historic Walkway Project, which is foreseen to act as a catalyst for future development in the Port Royal area. The Urban Development Corporation, committed to making development happen for the people of Jamaica as it preserves the natural environment, traditions, customs, and spur economic growth. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 656-8031 or visit their website at udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston. Urban Scope was brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation in association with the Jamaica Information Service.
Yeah, Virgin man, Rasta. And here I have defending Ganja and nothing in a Virgin. Because I want the Rasta we do here, you know. PNP and never right at China, you know, let's cheer it. Let's cheer. You're not doing nothing right, man. Yeah, if you take up a man, we are teacher for Ganja and we don't want no white man here. And we, man, we do the thing for the poor people of Jamaica here, you know, see. We don't want no big man come take up it. And lead we astray when none of them want to make the money for themselves. No, man. Can't do it, man. We have to free pitney them. We have a school tomorrow pitney them. Yeah. So, yo, at the eye, if you do that, I'm with the back of the eye and a Rasta. Strong hole, you know, Papa. You don't know, say, yeah.
We want one license for all poor people. We don't want nobody.
See all them at the coyote. See all them at the coyote. A pure weed. Every car we weed, man, a free money that. Yeah. When the white man and said man come and say them a teach you. We check with that. We already know that. Yeah, we already know them things already. And we are original. See. We know about ganja.
Yeah man, we tell a Canadian say all you need to do is go back to Canada, go open the door so I and I can
sell them the weed.
Exactly.
Yeah, them can't teach about weed.
Yeah,
and we are a teacher.
Rastafari.
Yeah, we are original. We are born ganja from 1962.
See.
Yeah. 63 when man Buster Mantis say carrying Rasta dead or alive, the whole of when them come and grab with the chalice, then see tree we had a tree the coyote. Yeah. Police them to watch her. Left them as the whole camp in a birthday. A tree chalice them come see we sit down in the grassroots, you know man. Yeah. The police them say, yo, hold that. I 66 when she last come here. I man did it. Yeah, when the blood clot sergeant said to us. Sorry that, yeah, when the sergeant said Rasta, a few no time when nobody come. Yo, this man he float. Yo man, what chalice?
Yeah.
Hey, what chalice like nothing here. And nobody know. How them coming out, they come fight down here. Yeah. And they're afraid now, them want to come be the right now, man. We not run for that.
See,
can't run for that.
Yeah, man. I and I.
Yeah.
Rastafari.
Yo.
Yes, King.
Yes,
What you say about it?
One love. A true man, a real thing.
them want to take charge of the fluid thing or we go to prison for.
Yes, man, a long time we had this thing and they run this thing, so we don't want to come back like I say, we overrun, we they run this thing.
See.
We know this thing long time, and money night everybody know, so we want somebody to.
But that money
anyway, the court we want a slice of it too.
And the money
right
run down.
Rastafari.
Yes,
Rasta, a Javite man.
Rastafari.
Yes, you have to stand up with that hand behind you, yeah?
Alright.
Yeah, man. Punch your man then upon your case.
Right now, I am promoting that all of I and I, all we need is one license.
Yes.
For all of us.
Yeah.
We will cultivate and then market to the world. We don't want individual, especially individual Rastafari, to get license. Let the big man them get them license.
Yeah,
we want one license for all of us.
Yeah.
And then all of us will market together as one.
Rastafari.
One for all and all for one.
One strength, Papa. One strength, one heart, one love.
Rastafari.
I done here, Papa.
Listen.
Yes.
You're watching Bob Arts Television and I'm coming to you live from John's Hall in the parish of
Feather Shop.
Feather Shop.
Yeah.
Feather.
Yeah.
Rastafari.
Original.
Bless.
Yes, This is Feather. Bob Arts TV. Watch defending the ganja. 8-1 at Jamaica. One up. No wine, man.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website.
For all 435-8401. Call now. Scanning, fax, everything you need is available right there at Document Solutions and more inside of Bay West Shopping Center's second floor.
Bob Marley was the most revolutionary music star the world has ever seen.
He was a political figure. He was a religious figure.
They said it was cancer that killed him. But not anymore. The strange conspiracy theory.
Bob Marley was a victim of the CIA's covert assassination program.
In the many years that I've studied conspiracy theories, I've heard many times that people are being assassinated by means of induced cancer.
Who killed Bob Marley? This is Strange Universe, the phenomenal daily news magazine. Now, Emmett Miller.
Bob Marley sure made some cool music, and he sure preached some fiery rhetoric. In his prime, he was more dangerous than Muhammad Ali, a pop star and a third world hero. He died before his time. They said it was cancer. But now the conspiracy theorists have risen again. Stephen Ivory follows the question. Who killed Bob Marley?
Bob Marley was the most powerful political black man alive in the 1970s.
He was more than the king of reggae. Bob Marley's music made him a walking political weapon. It also made him a marked man. It's on the record that Bob Marley survived one assassination attempt. But now, people are saying that his death from cancer was an assassination as well.
Bob Marley was in actuality a target of the Central Intelligence Agency because Bob Marley was at the forefront of a very broad-based social movement.
Bob Marley's music was about life and death. It was about politics. It was about spirituality. It was about overthrowing the pernicious system. So naturally, they wanted him dead.
In nearly a decade of my research in conspiracy theories, I've heard many times the theory that people are being assassinated by induced cancers.
To understand the strange circumstances of Bob Marley's death, we must go back to where his life began. To Trenchtown, the violent and politically charged ghetto in Kingston, Jamaica, where Bob Marley formed a singing group called the Wailers.
I mean, Bob's music was about life and death. It was about salvation and hope. That was Bob Marley.
Roger Steffens is one of the world's foremost authorities on Bob Marley.
He transcended popular music. He was a political figure. He was a religious figure. He is someone whose words have brought solace to folks all over the world.
Bob Marley was also a Rastafarian, a renegade philosophy that embraced the African leader Haile Selassie as a living god and marijuana as a sacrament. The combination of music, belief, his lion's mane of hair, and the ever-present smoke turned him into a living legend. But as his fame grew around the world, Bob Marley found political enemies at home. In December 1976, gunmen stormed into his house, shooting.
The CIA was vitally interested in everything he did. They kept files on him. It is fairly certain that they were behind the shooting attempt on his life in 1976.
Bob Marley survived. He got even bigger.
The assassination attempt on Bob's life on December 3rd, 76 catapulted Bob into a stratosphere of almost martyrdom. He went from being just a dreadlocked, ganja-smoking pop star into a mythic figure.
But it was a seemingly minor event that changed the course of Bob Marley's life. It happened while he was on tour in France during a pickup game of soccer. A player stepped on Bob Marley's toe. He was carried from the field, and a French doctor gave him an injection. Bob Marley was soon diagnosed with cancer of that toe, the cancer that would kill him. Some speculate that Bob Marley had been injected with cancer or something else that mimicked its effects.
So did the CIA kill Bob Marley? Well, I know they tried to. I think they wanted to see him dead.
Roger Steffens can't bring himself to believe it was a hit, but others can. Kidi Obi Awadu is known as the Conscious Rasta. For years, he's been distributing his writings and videos of conspiracy theories, including this one.
It seems to be, without a shadow of a doubt, that yes, they had targeted Bob Marley for neutralization, and this would be a prime vehicle for doing that.
Jonathan Vankin is our conspiracy expert. He says the Marley theory is not unusual.
Jack Ruby, the killer of Lee Harvey Oswald, himself felt that he had been injected with cancer cells. William Casey, the director of the CIA, died of a brain tumor right in the middle of the Iran-Contra hearings.
The days in which Bob Marley's condition worsened are also shrouded in mystery. For a time, he checked into the same cancer clinic in Mexico, where actor Steve McQueen was treated. Later, he was flown to an experimental clinic in Germany, run by a man named Joseph Issels.
What they did not know at the time was that Joseph Issels was an ex-Nazi SS doctor.
Bob Marley was treated with a controversial drug called CH-23. He then flew to Miami to visit his mother. He died shortly afterwards, on May 11, 1981. He was only 36. The theory that Bob Marley was the victim of a medical assassination might have died as well. But then, 6 years later, former whaler Peter Tosh was murdered during a robbery that many believe was another political assassination.
The public figures who stood against the system, people like Malcolm X, people like Peter Tosh, people like Bob Marley and Martin Luther King, represented the most visible threat to the status quo.
If you ask a doctor, he'll tell you it's not possible that Bob Marley was assassinated.
You can't transmit cancer via a shot, so it's highly, highly unlikely that Bob received cancer from a shot.
But if you ask one who's steeped in the conspiracy world, they'll tell you differently. Even Roger Steffens, the Bob Marley expert, admits that if somebody killed Bob Marley to quiet a political threat, they achieved their aim.
The biggest star in Bob's aftermath was Yellow Man, a salacious, foul-mouthed rapper. And that was the music they promoted in the aftermath of Bob's death, and we've never recovered from it since. So in effect, his death accomplished a great deal of what the CIA was trying to do, which was to prevent the music from being a political vehicle.
Bob's children carry on his musical tradition. They're Ziggy, Stephen, and most recently, Julian and Damien.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website. Call Astor Black at
435-8401. Call now for all your business solutions, business cards, copying, scanning, fax. Everything you need is available right there at Document Solutions and more inside of Bay West Shopping Center's second floor.
Greetings. We're right here at the Cultural Arts Center in Montego Bay, and we're talking to the artist Jeffrey Samuels, man from Montego Bay. Jeffrey, tell me a bit about yourself. How long have you been painting?
Well, I've been painting, I would say, maybe over 26 years. But I've been doing art all my life, pencil work and stuff like that.
Okay.
But painting relatively about 26 years.
Okay. Okay. Would you say that it is something that is innate or something that you actually went to school to do? Or what is it?
It's actually a gift. I've never done it formally. It's just something that I would say I didn't learn it. It's just a part.
A part of it,
yeah.
So more innate then?
Yeah, man. It's just a gift that we work with.
Okay. So what would you say is there a particular style of work? You know, what would you say that your type of painting would represent in terms of an artist style?
I wouldn't say I have a particular style of painting, different style according to mood. The other time I might feel to go more realist.
Okay.
If I'm in that mood. But most time I'm semi-impressionist, where I basically get an impression of the thing instead of a photorealism. I just give an impression of a piece.
Because when I look at inside this piece here behind us here, this piece here, it looks like somewhere in St. James.
Yeah man, old time Sam Sharp Square.
Old time Sam Sharp Square. Yeah. Looks nice. But when I look at the style, you can actually see that brush stroke. That is what you call the semi-impressionist style.
But this is little bit more deep impression.
More deep impression.
Yeah, man. Because this now, whenever I go impression, is when I want to really enjoy the work.
Okay.
I just use paint and represent the thing.
Okay.
So just paint and brush. Just paint and brush.
So which piece you'd say is semi-impressionist? This big one.
This big one is semi-impressionist. And to a certain extent, most of them are, but some more lean to impressionism. But most of them, they're semi. They're not fully impressionism. They're basically semi. Like this big piece.
Okay.
So typically a White House.
Okay, I was going to ask you about the inspiration for this.
Yeah.
White House. That is in Mobile.
Yeah, I recently did this. I did this last November. There was a fish run at White House.
Okay.
Like a season.
Okay.
Like I think it was group of season or something like that.
Okay.
And I just saw the group at the beach and I think that it would make a good piece.
Okay.
But there's something unique about this piece.
Right here. It's almost like it's the blood in the fish.
Actually it's a color one of the fish.
Okay. But and then the movement of the woman, like she look on the scale, you know, like that.
But you know that woman is actually my sister.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so these are people that you know.
Yeah, man. But she's represented in the piece twice. She's here and she's here.
Okay.
Going across. This person is the same as this person.
Okay.
And this is my wife.
Okay.
Her back to her.
I hear you.
Yeah, man. So
I hear you.
basically that's it.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Well, today we're at Art in the Bay and we're talking to Alan Richards. Alan Richards, tell me about where you're from originally.
From Robbins Bay, St. Mary.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you've done quite a bit of beautiful work of art. A lot of flowers, landscape, fruits, etc. What's the original inspiration for some of these works?
Well, most of the landscape.
Oh, you know, I'm just telling you about that.
Is what I really love.
I was just telling him,
I live near the sea.
So you actually paint stuff from
nature.
Or what you see around you.
What I see around me.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at that beautiful piece on the wall there. I look at that new deer.
Yeah.
What you see around you.
Yes, that is what I see. I have this young lady who model for me.
Okay.
So I asked her to do a model for me, and I do this for her.
Okay. So how long have you been painting?
16 years now.
16 years. Okay. Okay. So I guess you have attended a lot of exhibitions.
Yeah, a lot of shows in Kingston, St. James, Orchards.
It's amazing how well
private shows at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I remember once you told me that you won some award.
Yeah, award, NCD award. Orchards went on a show. Received that award.
How long does it take you to say do one of these paintings?
Well, it depends. Depends on the mood. Depends on what you're doing. You know, it can take me a month, 2 months, 3 months. It can take me 2 weeks. It all depends. Depends on the size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what influences you to picture? This is what, a pier?
Yeah, this is a pier, the avocado.
Okay.
Well, it's a picture what I get, and there was just something in it that really grabbed my attention.
Okay.
And
this is, what medium is this now?
This is acrylic and canvas.
Acrylic paint and canvas. Is there a special way is there a particular way to treat or to prepare your canvas before you paint?
Yeah, you have ways you can prepare it, and not just that, but after you actually finish the painting, you use an acrylic medium, glossy varnish, provide. And to give the richness of it so it won't burn it over the years.
What do you think about the event here today?
Well, I'm excited about it. I mean, it's been a while I haven't been to a show. Well, from on a lot of people passing through, take cards, so they will come back.
So what's the response is good then?
Yeah, the response is really good. Overwhelmed, you know.
Do you think that this is something that you should be doing all the time?
Yeah, I think they should do it more often. That people can look forward for it, you know. Yeah, rather than just once a year. I think it should do next time, you know, even closer down, even Sunfest or something.
That is good.
Yeah.
Well, nice talking to you. I'm Richard, man from St. Mary. You know,
it's a pleasure.
All right. Well, you're watching Baba's TV.
With respect. Thank you.
Are you interested in a career in media and TV production? The Ross Astor Black Interactive Music and Arts Institute School in Jamaica is open, looking for students that would like a career in media and TV production. Contact Ross Astor Black in Jamaica to make arrangements for your student induction. Yes, have a fabulous career. The bobartsinstitute.edu is the website. Call Astor Black at
435-8401. Call now.